Previously on Fate and the Fablemaidens.
You look down, and underneath the ship is this crack of light and energy, and there are these massive tentacles writhing out of it and slowly pulling themselves up. That would be me and my team. So I guess Dr. Riley, Rhett, Keb, Mary, and Howard. That was actually my question. Can you keep an eye out for the rest of my team?
Lady, are we gonna be compensated for helping you?
Let's go be friends with this nice guy, Howard. Hey guys, even if Howard isn't nice, let's pretend like he's the best, okay?
Who are you?
My name is Medaris.
Medaris, are you a god?
Sure, many may know me as such. You may know me from the murals upstairs. Well, I'd like to give you something. Laura, he grabs Wynni's hand and holds it palm up in his own, and he traces a line across her palm with his finger. And as you watch it, a crack opens up in your palm.
What did you do?
It's a small crack, and it has blue energy. He leans back, and he smiles at you, and he says, I know you're going to be great. In fact, all three of you are going to be great. There's danger in the desert, like krakens in the sand, but our adventurers, unfettered, continue on as planned. Their newfound peace, though, may end quite soon as they find themselves lost in a temple of rooms. This is Fate and the Fablemaidens. But for now,
Let's podcast.
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you're in a room, and you've just walked through a door into an empty room and walked into this empty room to find a big pot in the middle of it and a door on each of the other three walls.
Is there a mark on the far side from us on the door? Like what?
There's not a mark.
There's not a mark on any of the doors. Question.
Yeah.
Is the pot, does it look the same all the way around, or are there differences?
There's no pot in this room,
Yes, there is. She said a pot and urn appeared.
but not in this
Right?
room.
You
Yes.
walked into an empty room to find a big pot in the middle of it and doors on each of the each of the other walls.
Oh,
Because we had looked through the door before, and the urn wasn't in that room.
okay.
And then when we walked through the door, then the urn was all of a sudden there.
Right.
I want to knock the urn over. I want to roll for this.
Roll me strength.
I want to do it this time.
Twyddle's really proud.
And please narrate how this goes. Like, please tell me how you do this.
How big is the urn? Sorry, I'll wait.
Big.
Okay. So Wynni walks into the room. The urn appears. She turns around. The door is shut. Is that right?
Yeah.
The door is
It
shut.
shuts behind you.
And she goes, "Are you kidding me? We gotta find our friend. We don't have time for this." And she runs at the urn because she's pretty sure that's where the secret powers are. Where the switch would be, where something would be. Let's knock it over.
Okay, so roll me that strength check.
That is an 18.
Woo!
Okay, so
Wow.
you run into this urn and kind of like hug it and basically football tackle it, and it moves about a foot, but doesn't actually tip over, and it seems to have quite a heavy base. It's almost as tall as you are.
Yeah.
We have to take it with us.
Okay.
So it didn't break?
No, it didn't break.
Well, Twyddle's pretty impressed, though, by her
Thank
trying.
you.
Yeah. It's
Can I open it
definitely
now?
impressive. It's already open. It just has it's just a big open urn.
Yeah.
Do you want to investigate it more?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so roll me an investigation check real fast, please.
That's an 8.
Okay, there doesn't appear to be anything inside the urn. It is very heavy, but you do notice that about eye level with you from where you just threw yourself into this urn, there's a little notch in it that looks like a little triangle, and it's pointing towards you on the top rim of the urn, and there's no other mark around the top of it.
How does
Just
it?
that little arrow.
How does an arrow point at me? Like it's pointing down?
Yeah, it's like a little triangle that's on the top, except it's facing out of the urn instead of into the urn.
Oh, so the urn has like a little lip that is kind of flat on the top.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like where the lid would go, but there is no lid, so there's just like a hole into the urn. You know, like urns work.
Okay. I want to go back in the door I came from, because that's the door that it's pointing at, right?
Okay, yeah. You go back out the door you came from, and you walk into a room with torches on either side of the doors. There's a door across from you and a door to the right. And above you is kind of a hole in the ceiling with a rope hanging down.
Guys!
So did we all go with her?
I followed Wynni.
That's all. We all go.
Hey guys, welcome to my adventure. Sorry that I ran ahead of you and didn't say anything. I said absolutely nothing to you.
Yes, you're just completely silent.
So why'd you come through this door? Clearly it's the right door.
There was a marking on the urn. When I pushed it, I saw it. It was like an arrow.
Cool. Where's this rope go to?
I stand at the bottom and look up.
I don't know.
Yeah, you look up to see this statue towering over you, and the mechanics of the giant plate under you.
Oh, what? Oh, wait.
Wait a second. So that goes...
Is this the room we just came in from?
Like, was this the door?
It
Renee?
looks suspiciously like the room you just came in from.
Aw,
But-
shucks.
But it was real cute how excited you all got.
Oh.
Okay, let's go back inside.
Well, wait.
Okay,
What?
you-
What?
It has the room
Where's
with the
the
three.
rope?
This is the room with the 3 doors that like we first came down into the temple in.
But this is not the room that we came from.
I guess technically no.
There was a room in between us, and then we went straight.
but there,
and then
it was
we
the
went
same
straight
room.
through that
but
door.
the 2 rooms were the same one room.
So that means we did pick the right door, and we should not pick that door again.
What?
Okay. Let me do this in character, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. So we went here, and then we went through the door we just came through, which led to a room with an urn, and then we went through another door that had a room with an urn, and then we walked out of the door that we had just walked through, and we came out to this room instead of the first room without an urn. So I think if we go back out the door that we just came into this room from, we'll be going the wrong way. But if we go through one of the other doors, we'll be going the right way.
What? No. We're back in the original room we entered into the temple into.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We went through 2 rooms, and we didn't come back out through 2 rooms. We came out through 1 room.
No, but I think we didn't actually go to 2 rooms. When we walked through the door, we were teleported back into the original room we had walked into.
So we should not go back through that door we just went through. We should check out one of these other doors.
No, but we have checked out these other doors.
We didn't.
Yeah, because they go. One goes to Dr. Rhett and her people. The other one goes to the slide.
I'm going to interject because I think she means the other doors in the urn room.
So we should go back into the urn room first.
Who's she, Renee? Or who talking?
Laura?
Okay.
No.
No, Laura thinks that we should try these other. Okay, I open up the door that goes to where the 3 statues are.
Okay. You open up that door and Mary looks up at you and says, "Oh, you're back? That was fast."
See?
Wait, did you find him?
Don't answer
And
that.
then I close the
Yeah,
doors.
don't answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So we have to go back into the room we just came out of.
But there are 2 other doors in this room.
Where's this rope
No,
go to?
there's only one other door. This rope, I've tied this rope.
Okay.
This
Oh
is
my
the
god,
rope that we
we're
climbed
not
down
gonna
to
get
in here.
anywhere. Oh
You
my
guys.
god.
This is not, we are not in, we're just in the normal room.
What is
That's the entrance into this tomb.
What does the third door go to?
The third door goes to the ramp
What ramp?
and the clouds. The room with the rainbow colors.
Wait a second. How the heck did we get here?
We just left the door.
But we went through 2 rooms. And then we only went through 1 door.
I grab Wynni by the shoulders. I grab her by the shoulders and say,
Wynni, this is a magic tomb. We did not go through 2 rooms. We
Winnie's
walked into the
crying.
room with the
She's
urn.
crying so
We
hard.
walked through the wrong door. It teleported us back to the start of the first room we walked into with the urn. And then when we turned around and left, it just let us leave.
I don't understand.
I want to go back to the urn room.
Let
Okay,
us leave.
let's go back.
It's too much. It's too much. I'm gonna grab their hands.
I pull her.
Okay, so you hold hands and you go back into the urn room to face it together. And in the middle of the room is an urn, and on each of the other 3 walls is a door.
I touch the urn.
Let me wait.
Okay.
I want to know: is the urn in the place where Wynni left it, or is it back on the thing?
It's back in the center of the room. It has not been moved.
Well, she moved it.
Yes, but it doesn't look like that.
There you go. That's what
I want to touch it and cast Identify.
Okay.
I choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, if any. If you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spells created it.
I'm going to say that this is, you know right away when you touch it that this is a magical anchor. And give me just a second to give you the School of Magic. You don't recognize specific spells, but I
Okay.
can tell you what school. Yeah, Conjuration.
Conjuration.
Conjuration's
Okay,
the
guys.
School of Magic.
This? I know this if I've ever seen one.
Oh, and I will tell you, because you should know what spells it's tied to. It's tied to teleportation spells.
Can we take the urn through the door?
You can try.
Okay, Wynni,
Yeah.
I just touched this and I learned its magic. It's like when you touched the wall and sang a song and told a joke and you could know what it was saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I can
Pretty
touch
tight.
magic things and know what magic created them
Okay.
or what magic they're used for. This is a magical anchor. Basically, I think that means that it anchors like how an anchor works and it holds you in one spot.
But we're not on a ship.
Correct. But this is wow, you know about anchors on ships, Twyddle?
I'm very learned.
Wow, we should talk more about that. Okay, anyway, I'm getting off point. But it's what's linked to it is a teleportation spell, meaning that every time we try to leave the room, I'm assuming if it's the wrong room or maybe it's just any room except for the main door, we need to turn it. We need to turn it so the arrow's pointing to a different door.
Okay.
Turn.
I try to turn it.
Okay, roll me strength.
With every season, turn.
And which way are you turning it?
Oh man. Well, I'm just grabbing it and pushing and nothing is happening. So I
Okay.
rolled real low.
Right.
And I say, help me, guys!
I'll help.
I'll
Okay.
watch.
Twyddle, roll me strength. Just a regular strength check.
Okay, that's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. So you try and turn it, and you can get it kind of turned about halfway, but this is a very heavy urn, and you don't get it pointing all the way to a door.
Okay. Would it help if I put my plate down?
Would it
I
help if
don't
we're pushing at the
think-
same time?
No, but with as low of rolls that you rolled, no.
Okay.
Winnie,
Yeah.
you pushed this a whole inch.
I heard it was a foot. I mean, I
A
felt
whole
like it was a foot.
Could you help us? Could you finish getting this turned the rest of the way? We can't do this without you.
I'll try.
Okay. Roll me strength. This is really cute.
I got an 11.
Okay, I think that that's pretty low too, but with all 3 of you doing it, since you're trying so hard, valiantly, together, teamwork, it turns to whichever door you're turning it to, which you never specified.
The left, yeah. The one on the left that we
The one
went
on the
through
left.
originally.
Okay,
Let's go. Let's try it.
okay, so you walk through the door on the left?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You walk into an empty room to find an urn in the middle.
Dang it. Okay, well, let's set it on fire. Well, it has to be destroyed, I'm guessing.
Of
Or let's go
course, is
inside
the
of
next
it.
logical step. Wow, yeah, of course.
I would like to hand my plate to Wynni, and I want to try to pick up the urn.
Okay, go ahead and roll me strength.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you try and it does not budge. You might move it an inch. It's not quite as much as the foot that Wynni moved it.
I'm kind of...
Wynni's a strong little halfling.
I'm starting to get a little embarrassed over here.
Twyddle's having a bad day.
Winnie, do you have anything that can make things lighter?
I'm really tired from all of the other spells I've done so far. And I just don't think I have but one spell left in me. Let me see what I can whip up.
So that's a no?
I can discern north.
Okay.
I can tell us. Do you want to just hear a song in general? Because I can give you just a general song.
Hey, Twyddle, put me in the urn.
Okay.
I pick my arms up.
I'm a stick her in the urn.
Okay, you put her in the urn and she looks real cute in a little pot.
Okay.
I wish I had a device in which I could memorize this image forever.
Yep, it's a bummer.
I climb out of the pots, and then I tumble out. I don't know how tall it is. I forget.
Yeah, I think you can get out okay. It's
Okay,
it's
cool.
a little bit of an effort, but
I go up to the door on the left.
okay.
No, not the door on the left. Yes, the door on the left.
Okay.
No, I go to the door across from where we entered.
Okay.
And I put my hand on the door and then do identify.
On the door?
On the door.
Okay, is this a cantrip?
It is.
Perfect. You touch the door and feel no innate magic on it.
Now I go to the one on the left.
Okay, you
Touch
sense teleportation magic on it.
I go to the one on the right.
You also sense teleportation magic on
I go to the one that we first came through.
it. You don't sense teleportation magic on it.
Yeah.
What?
We need to go through that one. There's no magic on it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Wendy, I'll take the plate back.
Okay.
This is a very handy cantrip.
Okay, so we're going through that door.
And it lasts, yes. I guess range is touch. So.
Okay, so you go through the door in front and you go into an empty room and find yourself in an empty room with a door on each of the other walls.
But no urn?
No urn! So
I run
proud.
up to one of the doors and touch it.
Which one?
So is it just another square room?
Another square room, door on each of the walls.
Oh, on each of the walls. Okay, I go up to the one on the left.
Teleportation magic.
The one straight across.
Teleportation magic.
The one on the right.
No teleportation magic.
Heyo.
Let's go!
Okay.
Great. You go through, and are you repeating this process?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, the first door you reach has no teleportation magic.
So that's the one on the left. Has
The one
no
on the left.
teleportation.
Assuming you're going through the same process
I'm
each
just
time.
going, in a big circle.
Okay, yeah, the one on the left has no teleportation magic.
I touched the other two just to be sure.
Yeah, they do have some teleportation magic.
Okay, in case there's one where there's two options.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
assuming you go through into another empty room with a door on each wall.
Woo.
And
Okay,
the first
same
door you
process.
touch has no teleportation magic.
And the other two?
They do have teleportation magic.
Let's just assume I touch every door.
Yeah, okay.
I'm Merryweather.
Okay.
I can't not.
Very
the
thorough.
possibility that there might be more than one without a teleportation spell connected to it just is too enticing.
Well, it's okay. That's fair. So, like, you realize again that the first door has no teleportation magic, but the other two do. So I'm assuming you go through again.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Thank you. You go through, and this time you make the full room and sense teleportation magic until you get to the door on the right, and it has no teleportation magic on it.
Open it.
Wow, guys, we're making great progress.
Then I go in.
You open it, and instantly the room you're in looks different.
What?
There's a door to your left and a door in front of you, and there's a lit torch on the wall. But there is no door on the right. You're not in a square room. In fact, more than anything, there seems to be a door on the ceiling that looks almost like the bottom of a giant plate.
What? We're in the death room? I mean, the life room?
Yeah, y'all went through the death room. You're in the life room.
We could have circumvented this whole thing.
Yeah, well, that wouldn't have been any fun.
Well, what's his name?
Howard.
I touched the other two doors.
You do notice that the torch on the wall is at the door directly across from you. The lit
I'm
torch.
going to open that door.
Great. You open this door, and instantly you feel a similarity, kind of a familiarity to the rooms that you were in on the other side of the tomb, like the one with the rainbow boxes. But standing out to you more than the murals on this wall or the statues lining the sides of the room is the human man kneeling on the ground in front of you. He looks up at you and is through his rectangular glasses and says, "Oh, you're not who I was expecting."
Thank you.
Come with us if you want to be saved.
Are you Howard?
Oh, what? Yes. Yes?
I'm assuming by your reaction that you weren't not saved. But what I mean by that is you were never in any trouble? You weren't ever lost?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, I've been in here for a little while, but I've just kind of been studying things and taking some samples. And he holds up a little pouch,
and a notebook that he's been writing stuff in, and he says, "Were you trying to save me?"
Howard, you are the smartest archaeologist we have met all day.
That's
He
true.
says, "Thank you. I've wanted to be
Your
an
friends don't
archaeologist
like
my
you."
entire life. I know.
That's why you're here alone.
I'm aware. Yeah, I mean, that's why I wanted to go do my own thing and see what I could get. I mean, while we're in this tomb, we should be taking... Wait, you know my friends?
Oh, yeah.
They're jerks. Well,
Well,
Keb
I like
isn't so
Keb.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keb's a doofus, but we love him.
Question.
Yes.
Is Dr. Rhett possessed?
What?
Like we said,
Something is wrong with her.
you're the first
Whoa,
person
what?
that... Yep. You, what?
Possessed?
Yep.
I'm gonna try to pick him up.
Okay, you...
Wait, is he a human man? What is he? What's his
Human
race?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a human man.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me strength.
Okay. That'll be an 8. This dice needs to go to jail. I'm done.
You pick him up at his waist and just like lift him off the ground, but you're not high enough to like get him over your shoulder or anything.
Okay.
He's like, wait, what? What is happening? Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I just met you.
That's how she says hello.
We gotta go.
Wait, but I have things to do in this room. What are you doing? Put me down.
You're a wanted man. Come with us.
What?
Hold on. We can just tell her that Howard is fine. That they're idiots.
Tell who? Are you talking about Riley? Is
Yeah,
this about
look.
the door thing?
Wait, what door thing?
The door.
That she's locked behind?
Yes, that one.
Wait, are you trying to free her too?
Yes, I think that the key might be through this room, but I need to be down and figure this out in order to get it.
Oh.
I'm gonna just blink at him, kind of confused. But money.
Okay. Is his face like? Are you still holding him at his waist?
Yes.
So he's like really close to your face right now.
Is he cute?
He's reasonably cute, yeah.
Okay.
His eyes are very blue behind his glasses, and his hair is kind of tousled, and he's he looks at you and blinks back, and your noses are not that far apart, and he's like, "I'm really sorry, but can you put me down, please?"
You'll come with us?
I gotta get this. I gotta get the key to get Riley out first.
I'm gonna drop him
Okay, whoa.
and show him the plate and say, I've got the key.
No, we need the other one.
Yes, there should be another one like that. Yes, exactly.
Oh, I'm gonna kind of smile, because I was right.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, "Where did you find that?"
I don't remember. It's been a couple weeks.
We went through the other door.
Well, the other two idiot archaeologists.
Oh, wait. So you found that on the other side? You found that elsewhere in the tomb? Okay, okay. So I'm on the right path then. So okay. Can you help me get through this room and maybe we could get her out?
You'll come with us?
Oh, because we're so clever.
Yep, we're very
Yep.
clever. We have it on good authority.
We do have it.
I think I've almost got it figured out on my own, but I would appreciate some clever
Well, we
people to
figured
help.
out 3 whole rooms.
You'll come with
4,
us?
Well, technically, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. Technically, 9 whole rooms.
Wow,
10 whole rooms all by ourselves.
you've done a great job of getting through this tomb then.
Well, that just sounds
Thanks.
not very genuine
I'm
and a little
very-
insulting.
It wasn't our plan for today.
What have you figured out so far?
Okay. So I think that this room, because here's the thing, this is a tomb, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Cool. Wow, you're on the same page. Great. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is a tomb to Calber. And I think
Yep.
that the rooms, from what I can tell, the rooms here are inspired by the gods and goddesses who had close relationships with her.
They were made by them, actually.
like her children, because you saw
Yeah.
their statues in the other room, right? Okay,
Did.
Can
you
you
were there.
tell
Yeah.
me about her
Yeah.
children?
Yeah, I mean, I know a little bit about them, but I also have a lot of research, but I could, fill you in.
I'm ready for story time.
I'm going to sit down cross-legged
Right
and look
now?
up at him and wait for him to tell me
no,
things.
Come
Yeah.
on.
I lie down on my tummy with my hands and my head and my hands on my tummy.
Well, they do that. I'm gonna go back and double check that door underneath where the plate is in the ceiling. I'm just gonna open it up to make sure it goes into the room where Mary and Keb are.
You open the door, and Keb looks and says, "Oh, hey, did you find him?"
Yeah.
And then I close the door and leave.
You do that. So you go back into the room, and he's like, okay, I mean, I could give you a brief overview, but then I really do want to get the key and get Riley out of that room.
We're waiting.
Okay, yes, I get that. You are very patient people.
I've been told that before.
Briefly, Calber is the goddess of life and death, and she had 3 children, and each of them has dominion over the elements. There's Kelana.
And then they invented Primordial to talk to each other behind their mom's back.
What?
What?
Shh. He's telling a story.
Look,
they
Med
did?
told us.
I mean, I always suspected that the elemental language may have come from the 3 gods and goddesses of the elements, but where did you hear that? How?
I'm going to say mid,
It's
but
a
I'm going to say it
secret.
in
We're
Primordial.
also good researchers.
Oh, whoa. You speak primordial.
Yeah.
Wow.
Does that impress you?
Yes. He kind of pushes his glasses up his nose, and he's like, I'm pretty impressed.
I elbow him and go, she's single.
He says, I'm glad.
Rude.
Okay, so, where was I?
So the 3
Kelana.
kids.
Right, so,
Moana?
Kelana.
Kalana.
Do you need me to spell each of them too? Because I can.
Yeah.
I just need you to spell Kalana.
Yeah, I could really appreciate that.
Okay, Kelana is spelled Kellana, and she is the goddess of skies and storms.
Wait. So Keb and Kalana both share the sky?
What?
You mean Julris.
No.
You mean Mid.
Med. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Keb.
Yep.
Yep.
Of sky and storm. Okay.
So
Mid and Kalana share dominion over the sky?
Oh, yes, I could see how that would be a little bit confusing.
Earth and air.
Right.
I got it.
Earth and air. So she technically controls anything that goes on in the sky, like weather and stuff like that. But he does control air and wind and things like that, as well as
So
the
they
earth.
work together.
But, okay, Medaris is his name? I don't understand. Did you call him Mid?
Don't worry about it.
No,
He asked us to.
we did not call him
mean-
Mid. We just forgot the second half of his name.
Don't worry about
It's
it.
cool.
Okay, I mean, it's cool. We all forget the stuff we learn sometimes. So, anyway, Mid is the middle child. Yep. He's... Dang it, I do say yep a lot, don't
I don't understand why Mary doesn't like you. You're awesome.
You seem great.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Very great.
Thank you. Wow. I'm very flattered, strange people that I met in a tomb.
Okay, tell us about Julris.
Right, okay, Julris is the youngest of the 3 of them, and
she's the best.
Yeah, she has dominion over water and fire. And so she and Kelana actually have some overlap too, because Kelana has some dominion over ice and storms and snow and things like that. So each of them do kind of share, they're very close siblings, and each of them kind of share and work together to make the world work like it does, which is why some people in Alanok still worship either any one of the 3 gods and goddesses of the elements, or all 3 of them.
What happened to Califer?
Calber disappeared from history a long time ago. The last recorded text we have of her is at least 100 years old, and we're not really sure why. But when we were getting into translations and digging deeper, we found hint of this tomb here in the desert. So we came out to investigate it. But of course, Riley got locked in the doors. So I'm trying to get her out, and I would really love to get back to that now. But
I'll
I'm
stand up.
Let's go forward.
grateful for your interest.
Howard,
Yes.
there's something you need to know about Dr. Rhett.
Yes.
I know I already said that she's possessed, but it's more than that.
Okay.
Your boss is an idiot. Okay? She left her things outside and went through a door without anything and got trapped inside. Okay? Also, Wynni had a weird feeling about her, and I trust
did.
Wynni's feelings.
Weird.
Okay.
And also,
I
when we were
see.
talking to our friend, who we sometimes call by his nickname and not his full name. I'm not saying anyone specifically or any god specifically, but when we were talking to someone who really knows what's up, That
person said
that there was more to her than what we thought, and probably we think that's not good. Something bad's going on.
Okay,
so just be careful when we open the door later.
I gotcha.
She's gonna attack us.
You said this all very confusingly, but I think I get what you're kind of maybe sort of trying to say, and I feel like I should come clean.
How? You're the one who cursed her.
What? No.
Sorry. Okay, so what were you gonna say?
No, I shut the door on her.
Howard. Why?
We trusted
My eyes
you.
are big and I'm smiling. It's very exciting to me.
Hi, hello, hail, and well met. I'm Renee, or Fate for the sake of our show, and I'm just dropping by to tie up the loose threads for this week. Thanks to all of you for joining us on our first arc of the adventure! Our next episode will be an interlude of sorts that ties this arc to the next one and drops on May 28th. It'll also feature our first guest cameo and a bonus special cameo. I can't share names for those episodes yet, which is a real struggle, but soon, my friends, soon. Also, some of your accessory suggestions will be showing up in that next episode. Thanks to everyone who sent in their ideas, they were fantastic. Don't forget to keep an eye out for more chances to participate in the show, like I may be posting more submission opportunities in the next few weeks for the story, but also for questions for a Women in Tabletop Gaming Month Q&A special that we as a cast will be recording. I'll try and post those requests across all of our social media, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr, where we can be found at fateFMCast. If you have specific questions you'd like us to answer in our Women in Tabletop special, feel free to send those to contact@fateFMcast.com or tweet at us or use the hashtag FateFM. Thanks to JP Deovando for writing our theme song, Fate and Fable. And for now, farewell, Fable friends, or rather, back to the adventure.
We came down here to investigate, and she was just getting excited about all the wrong things and wasn't being as respectful of the tomb as I wanted her to be. See, she's more of a historian, and this is really my thing. This is my dream, and as soon as it happened, I regretted it, and I'm trying to get her out, but I have to solve this puzzle, and I'm sorry. She's not. It's my fault, and I'm sorry. And he kind of kicks his feet on the ground and looks real sad.
How is she not?
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a college student. I'm 21.
Okay, because in my mind, you were much older.
No. I'm one of Dr. Rhett's students. We all came here. So are Keb and Mary. We all...
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we came as a little field trip kind of thing. She's pretty young too, though.
Why did she rat you out?
I don't know.
How is she being disrespectful?
She didn't tell you how she got in there?
She said she didn't know. Well, she didn't tell us.
Okay, what was the other question?
How is she being disrespectful?
Okay, she's touching things the wrong way, and it just sounded like she was not here for the right reasons, and she wasn't being careful with everything.
Is she looking for treasure?
The statues, and it wasn't that she's looking for treasure exactly, it's just she was very excited about being in the tomb, but not about what the tomb itself. She was excited about what it could tell us, but just wasn't being careful enough with each of the statues and the walls. I mean, this is a huge discovery.
Well, let me tell you something about the statues. Even if they break, not that we've broken them, but even if they do break, I think the gods have it covered.
I guess that's a good thing. I'm sorry, and I really want to get her out, and I gotta get through this room, and yep.
Okay, so tell us about the room.
Let's go.
Okay, so in this room, I'll look around, and there is a mural on the wall, and it has a hooded figure with hands held out, and face obscured, and he says, you see this figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is how the goddess of fate and will is often depicted. And so I think that this room is hers, like the other rooms may have been attributed to her siblings, or not our siblings, or her children, as I think we've discussed, right? Each of the gods who put this tomb together left their touch, and that's why that her children were keeping guard outside of her tomb proper, where Dr. Rhett is locked currently. Sorry about that. Anyway, in this room, I think it has to do with the goddess of fate herself. And he points down to the floor at the tiles and he says, so some of these have lines that cross, but the other tiles don't. And I'm not sure, but I don't trust the statues along the walls. I think you have to step on the right tiles to get across. So I've been going over some of my notes. I collected some samples from the walls, like some of the paint that was used and stuff, and I'm gonna research that as well, but I think I've just about got this figured out. What do you think?
So could you describe the tiles in a little more detail?
Yeah, some of the tiles have lines that cross each other, almost like a web or a knot, but the others have parallel lines across them that never intersect.
Okay. So are the lines like grooves in the tiles, or are they just like kind of decorative on the tiles?
They're decorative.
Decorative?
Hey, Wynni,
Yeah.
do you think you're still able to touch the words? Are there words here?
There are words on the mural.
Can he not read it?
Yeah, I can find out.
Oh, he looks at you and says, did you ask him that out loud?
Yeah.
He says, oh, yeah, Celestial. Sure, I can read Celestial. I actually wrote down what it says.
Oh.
Oh, well, what does it say?
Can Wynni still tell a joke?
If she has one.
Wynni might not have one.
Okay.
So, give me,
Is this all happening in real life? I mean, in the
Is
character.
she just stuttering? Yeah. He's kind of looking at you, very confused. He says, do you want me to tell you what it says?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. He flips back in his notebook a couple pages and he says, okay, so the saying on the wall reads, I promise that the loose threads of fate will not go untied.
Well, it's almost like we have someone here who's great at knots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are the ones where the lines are twisted, are they just jumbled up, or do they look like actual types of knots?
Yeah, they do actually look like they're tied together, but all of them look the same. Like, it's the same pattern repeated on all of them, as well as, like, there are two patterns. The knot-looking one, and then just the lines across them.
Okay, so, could you describe, so where are we in the room? Where are these like, patterned tiles compared to us? And, like, the statues and whatnot?
The floor in front of you has the patterned tiles on it.
So
And
are we in the middle of the room, or are we just standing on the...
you're near the door still. So,
Okay.
it's similar to Julris's room when you walked in and had kind of the ledge and the water. Like, you have an empty space that's just stone on the floor. Then you have these tiles, which are lined with 4 statues on each side. And then on the other side of the room is door.
How many tiles does it look like there are?
There
Are there
are
like
a lot.
a ton of them? Okay.
I mean, there are a lot of tiles. They're reasonably sized. They're almost a foot by a foot.
What's the dimensions of the room?
I didn't plan it this time. It's a room.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how many tiles there are.
Gosh. Okay, yeah, so...
I guess it doesn't matter.
No,
That
it doesn't.
answer.
I'm gonna cry. No, it's fine.
Oh, no.
There are just a bunch of tiles. There are probably 100 of them. You'd guess, just 'cause that's the number Renee came up with off the top of her head. And, that's it. That's all.
I'm like squatting down, looking at the tiles, and seeing if they form any sort of like pattern.
Okay, so, you notice that there are more of the ones that are knotted and fewer of the ones that are not.
There are lots of knots, you guys.
okay.
Less not knots. And what do the statues look like?
The statues look like hooded figures.
Are they all doing the same thing?
Yeah, their arms are all kind of outstretched.
What if we crawl along their outstretched arms?
Is there a way for us to test first? Because I'd rather not die again. Personally.
How do you want to test? What are you trying to test?
Let's throw Howard.
Like,
No, just kidding.
No, we like Howard. What if it's like a weight trigger? So if there's any weight on it, maybe we could just like throw part of a rope onto some of these tiles and see if any of them like fall.
Ropes aren't that heavy though.
Yeah, you can also reach these tiles. I'm gonna they're on the floor in front of you.
Yeah, but we don't want to stand on them in case all of a sudden poison spikes shoot out and we all die.
That's true.
I just don't understand why we're trying to touch the statues.
Well, I was just trying to get across the room without touching the tiles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In case there's something wrong with them.
What if we just throw an object on there rather than try to kill somebody?
Wynni deadpans again. That's a great idea, Twyddle. Man, I wish that thank goodness you are here.
I grab my hammer.
Yeah.
Because I have one of those.
Yeah.
And I put it down on one of the tiles that has parallel lines that's right in front of us. But I keep the little edge of, the handle part of the hammer, a little bit of it on the edge where we are, so that if something starts to happen, I can grab it back and not lose it.
Okay, which tile are you putting it down on?
The one without knots.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, wait, I thought you said it doesn't matter how many tiles there are. The third from the left.
My ears, oh my god.
That's what I thought you were asking, and I was like,
my ears
what?
are full of cotton, and I just did not hear you.
No, yeah, you're good. Sorry.
You're
I was
good.
very confused.
No, you put it on the one without knots, and nothing happens.
I put it on one with knots.
You put the hammer on one with knots, and a bolt shoots out from one of the statue's hands and across the room. It does not hit you because of where you are at, but you do see it fly across the room.
Okay, so we cannot step on the ones that are knotted up.
Okay.
No, we can't. Wait, we can step on the ones that are knotted.
No, that's when the thing went out.
I just put it on the one with the knots, and it shot out.
Sorry.
Wynni, don't die.
Wynni's just gonna hold someone else's hand and follow behind them.
Okay, so how are y'all going about this?
I'm gonna let Merryweather go first.
Okay.
I'm going to take my rope. So what are the walls made out of?
Stone. Howard looks at you and is like, oh.
Are they are they stone bricks or just concrete?
Just straight
solid
stone.
slab?
Yeah, it seems like solid stone.
So an arrow wouldn't stick into the wall.
No.
Okay, so never mind.
Howard kind of says, so yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. Are we gonna go? If we just step on
How
the.
about you show us? You're so smart.
Yeah, why'd you make us figure it out if you already knew it, Howard?
I just asked if you had any suggestions, and then you took a real long time staring at the tiles. I thought it would be best to just let you figure it out on your own. I just thought I'd give you the chance. I thought I'd give you the chance to be real clever because you said that you were.
Well, someone else has said we are, so.
Oh, of
It's
course.
not just us talking.
Yeah.
That would be vain.
That would be vain, but we're not vain. We're humble. We know who we are because someone greater than us has told us.
He
So.
says, right, that friend that you won't say the name of. Got
I
it.
said it a lot on accident earlier.
Oh my gosh, Merryweather.
What?
Says, got it. Okay, this god friend that you won't talk about. Yep. I got it. And then he just steps onto the untied tiles and starts to make his way across the room, and nothing shoots out at him as he steps on the unknotted
Is it pretty
tiles.
easy to move from untied tile to untied tile? It's not like a balancing act.
No, and they're they're about a foot by a foot each, and so they are easy enough to stand on and put weight on.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
not,
let's go.
precarious.
Do not step on the ones with the twisty designs.
Got it.
So you all make your way across the room, stepping on the untied tiles, and you make your way across pretty easily to the other side with the door.
Yay!
We open it.
Great. You open it to find a staircase, and as you travel down after a few moments, you enter another room. It turns a couple of times, and you enter another room similar to another that you've been in already. And across the way from you is a ladder, and in the center of the room is another plate on a pedestal.
Take that plate. Let's get out of here. We got to make up for all the time we blew.
Howard says, "Do you mind if I take this one? You can keep the other one. I feel like because of what I did, this one should come from me."
Does
Cool.
it say good job on it?
He picks it up
on the
and
pedestal?
he picks it up and he says, "No, but it does say something. It says,
What does it say?
Keep going? What does that mean?"
Oh. Maybe
keep
we were supposed to
going.
come here first. I don't know how we were supposed to know.
We're sorry we found you last of all.
He says, I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going. And
Okay.
he kind of gets to the ladder, and he looks at Twyddle and says, after you.
Alrighty. What a gentleman.
So this time the statue moves and you emerge from underneath the statue of Mid.
Oh,
I hug him.
I'm gonna put my hand over my eyes and say, didn't mean to look up your skirt, Mid.
Okay, so you get up to the top and you start emerging from the floor, and Keb is just like falling over laughing, and he's like, you should have seen Mary when the statue moved. She nearly jumped out of her skin.
Oh, Mary.
We should have just tried pushing the statue out of the way.
And Mary looks a little bit flustered, and she's just like, the statue moved all of a sudden, and statues aren't supposed to do that. But you all three emerge from the ground, followed by your newest friend, Howard.
We found Howard. And by the way, Mary, Howard's awesome.
And she kind of goes, oh, good. I'm so glad. We have some words
You
for him.
wanted him to die here?
I did not say that. I just said we
And
have...
by the way, Mary, he was never lost. He was just taking his time, so he's a better archaeologist than you are.
She kind of grits her teeth and she says, then why did he lock our professor in a room?
Look, you know, things happen, and we all make mistakes.
Howard climbs up the ladder and he looks at them a little sheepishly and he fixes his glasses again and he holds up the plate and says, hey, we can open the door now. Yay!
Look, he's setting it right. That's the important thing.
And you hear, hello? Y'all? Hey, can you open the door?
Is something bad happening?
She says, please? Like, now, please. And Mary's like, yeah, can we open the door? And
Why are you
Kev
so
elbows her and
panicked?
says, please. She says, y'all, something's happening now. Something's happening. Get me out of here. Please get me out of here.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna look at Howard and say, I got the plate.
He says, I got the other one. And then he puts
Maybe
the
we
plate
should
into
keep
the wall.
whatever's happening in that room.
Whoa, that was dark.
Wow.
Just let her die in there.
Wait. We gotta have a conversation about this.
Between who?
Are you okay? No, Laura.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a fair question. None of us thought to ask. We don't like her. We don't trust her. Something bad's about to happen.
No, we figured it out now. She's
Howard
not possessed.
says, I'm getting her out of there. And he puts the plate into the door.
Oh, okay, then.
And he looks at Twyddle and kind of like,
Your money's over there, Twyddle.
Ooh. I'm gonna put my plate into the door too.
great. You put your plate into the door and immediately the doors swing open and a soft blue light spills out across the floor.
I run up into it
Okay, you run into the
with
room.
my hand held high.
Wow, Wynni is
With your
progressed.
hand held high, and you see Dr. Rhett bathed in this bluish light, and she has light hair and darker skin, and she looks at you and she says, "Oh, thank the gods!" And she runs out of the room, and across the room from you, there's a crack spreading across the wall, and blue light is shining out of it, and it's growing behind what appears to be an elegantly decorated sarcophagus, or that was before a large tentacle smashes down and cracks the stone in half,
We have unfinished business here.
and a kraken begins to emerge from the wall.
I run to it.
Okay.
I'm gonna shut the door with my key.
Okay, what do
You're
you
shut the door?
do about this
No, the crack.
Oh,
Giant.
okay. Sorry.
tentacle?
I'm gonna pull out my bear trap and start
I do
swinging.
what? I run into a tentacle?
Well, there's a tentacle sticking out of the crack.
Yeah, I cover the crack with my hand and say,
Okay.
Mid, I don't know what to do, but I hope this is it. Otherwise, I might die again. But then I get to
Okay.
see you, and that feels good.
Do we have to take care of the kraken first? That's above talk.
I'm not gonna do above top.
Oh. Laying down the law.
When he touches her hand against the crack, and it immediately reacts and starts to shrink, but as it gets to the tentacle, it gets kind of stuck.
I don't cut it off, cut it off.
I'm gonna go up to the tentacle and swing my bear trap at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack roll, please.
Okay. That is a 20, not natural.
Great, that'll do it. Go ahead and roll me damage, please.
11.
Okay. With this shriek that echoes very, very mysteriously from the crack beyond, you see this tentacle shrink back away from you and retreat into the wall, and that's just enough to see the crack shrink down to the size of Wynni's palm, and as she lifts her hand away, it vanishes entirely.
Good job, Wynni. Wynni.
Thanks, Mid.
You're
It's my friend. He's amazing.
Oh my goodness.
As you three stand there and kind of congratulate your friend Wynni, Dr. Rhett comes back into the room and she just looks at the sarcophagus and she says, I wish I'd had more time to look at it. I was in here in the dark this whole time and it's beautiful, even now that it's broken. And
I look at it.
Me too.
you look at the sarcophagus that the Kraken just broke.
How broken is it?
It cracked the stone in half. So, like, there used to... I definitely just narrated this.
Just in half?
Yes.
I go up and cast... Wait, hold on. Oh, so many pages. Oh, it might be two. How big is this sarcophagus?
Pretty big. Like, person-sized. Like a human person-sized.
Oh, so the break is longer than 1 foot in any dimension?
Yes.
Dang it. Well, I can't do that. I was gonna cast Mending.
That was...
As long as there's like a single tear or break or something, it takes 2 halves of a broken something and puts it back together as long as the tear is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension. Dang it.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
You feel an encouragement kind of just within you. It's not even really something that has a voice. It's just a feeling that you might have some help in mending this sarcophagus.
Is it Juleris's help? I'm thinking it's probably Med, but Med, you're awesome.
Yeah, you do feel a little bit of irritation when you mention Juleris. Just a little bit.
I mean, what else am I supposed to do? And then I touch it, and then I whisper, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can I do this now?
And then I cast Mending.
Okay, you cast Mending, and the crack begins to heal over, and the stone begins to reseal. And this is the most powerful mending spell you've ever cast. But you do feel the help of the gods behind you.
Amazing!
And you feel just the confidence that this is possible as the sarcophagus returns to normal. And Dr. Rhett looks at you and is like, how did you do that? And then you realize that you've been joined by Mary and Keb and Howard. And Mary's like, that is not a mending spell like I have ever seen before. And Howard kind of says,
I guess I'm just amazing.
this is what you meant by your god friend, huh? But he says it quietly, you know, like he says it pretty quietly. He's kind of in awe too. And Keb's just like, wow. And you seal the sarcophagus, and it is beautiful, and it's ornately carved and has gems inset in it. And you recognize that the figure carved on the lid of this tomb is the same face as the statue that you encountered when you first walked down the stairs and into this temple of rooms. And Keb kind of says,
This is her.
Is it gone?
For now.
Is what gone?
He points at the wall and says, the giant octopus monster.
Keb?
Yeah.
I know you guys are not the greatest archaeologists, but let me ask you about your powers of observation.
Yeah.
Do you see a shining blue crack in the wall?
He looks down and says, no.
Do you see a kraken leg coming out of the non-existent blue crack in the wall?
He looks up at you and says, Krakens don't have legs.
Look, there's an empty room and you're asking me if there's a kraken in it.
He says,
I think
okay.
we shouldn't get so confused about semantics.
I think I should tell y'all something.
Okay, they all look at you.
I'm going to inch closer to Howard
Okay.
during this exchange.
Okay.
I am friends with Medaris, as you know him.
Howard looks like, yeah, I could have seen that one coming. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of like nods to himself like, yeah, okay. And Mary and Keb both kind of their jaws drop a little bit. And Riley's like, you don't mean the god, Medaris the god?
Yeah.
You can't mean, wait.
I do.
We would
You
have
do?
died.
I do. We're friends.
It ain't no big thing.
He's really great.
He's awesome.
And
Where did you meet Medaris?
Well, I fell down a pit and he invited me into his home. That's all I know.
No one's had any interaction with any of the gods in at least 100 years, not since a few of them started disappearing, including Calbert.
He thinks I'm clever. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
She rubs her hands through her hair and she says, okay, there's a lot that I want to talk to you about, and I'm very tired, and I've been locked in a dark room all day.
You should have slept then.
I'm going to turn to Howard.
I have 5 Wynni.
Is it just me, or do fish tacos sound amazing right now?
He looks at you and says, "We're in the middle of a desert, but yeah, sure, I could go for some fish tacos."
Oh, wait, I'm gonna need money. I'm gonna turn to Rhett. Dr. Rhett and be like, you made me a promise. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna point at Mary, Kev, and Howard and go 1, 2, 3 again and go, money, please.
She says, "Okay, you're right. Okay." And she leans in, she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out some gold pieces and she says, "Okay, I understand that you're probably not going to be thrilled by this, but I want to start by giving this to you." And she gives you each 5 gold pieces.
Yes!
Yay!
And then she says,
That's so generous.
she says, "I want to give you more because you really helped me today and you really helped my friends." And Kev goes,
Well,
"Yup,
we didn't really.
Yes, you did. Nope, you helped us."
Yes, we did.
Just to be fair,
Merryweather, we did.
Howard was never
Hey.
lost. I
They
just
didn't
want
know where he
you guys
was.
to know Howard is the smartest
He is,
one.
but they didn't know where he
Howard,
was.
Howard kind of straightens up and he fixes the little bow tie that he has, that I just decided he has. And
I like it.
Thanks. He straightens it out a little bit and is just kind of like, "Thank you." And she's like, "No, really. And whatever was coming out of the wall, you stopped it, and I don't know what would have happened. I mean, this whole tomb could have been destroyed, like Renee wrote in her notes, but it wasn't."
Who's Renee?
And that's because of you all, and I'm just so I want you to I have a proposal.
Uh-huh.
I work at the University of Laratio. It's in the capital city, of course, and I also have a lab there, and I would love for you to come back with me and my team, talk a little bit more about you meeting Medaris, as you claim, and I'd love to give you a little bit more. I have a little bit more money, and I also have some other things that might help you out back at the lab. And I think it would be really worth it for me to spend more time hearing your story.
Okay. I can't wait to tell
Are there
it.
fish tacos in Laratio?
Mary says, "Yeah, there are some fish tacos. There's a lot of stuff in Laratio. It's like a really big city. So like there's some great food places, you know.
I like food.
Great for college students to hang out. And
Howard, do you like food?
he says, "Yeah, food's pretty good." And give me just a second. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry.
Also,
Okay.
I don't know if I actually said it, but I took my hammer back. I didn't just like leave it on the one with the
Okay.
knots.
How good of you to say that. Yes, of course. So, she says, "Is that okay with you if you all come back with us?"
Yes, we do need a
Are
ride.
you going
We have a
Yeah.
boat.
No, we have a ride.
She says, I can call a ride, actually. It'll be a few days sooner than I told him to expect us, but, you know, he'll live. I can call my TA. He can pick us up in the morning."
Oh.
Well,
Does that mean I have to
if
leave
you
my
have-
boat?
Can he carry our boat?
Probably. Or, I mean, if you have your own vehicle, you can take it with you and we can do a little caravan thing back to the capital.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have something
Let's
to
do
keep the
that.
sand out of my eyes? Because I don't want to live that again.
She says, yes, we have a number of things back at the camp that should be okay. And
Question.
yes.
Oh, sorry. So the neck flap hat that I stole from one of them and back in the. Did any of them notice I'm wearing their hat?
None of them have commented on it.
Okay, I realized that because we found everyone that this is probably one of their hats, and so I tied a little. I'm imagining there are little like drawstrings at the bottom to bring the flaps around my neck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I pull that little thing up to the bottom of my chin
Okay.
and like tuck the little string down into my dress.
Okay. And Kev says, "Hey, nice hat. I have one of those too."
Oh, Keb. You sweet man.
Dr. Rhett kind of says, I think we should all head back to camp and rest for tonight. But wow, I didn't know what I would find coming here to this tomb. But I feel like
You didn't know you'd find a tomb?
I know. I knew it.
Sorry.
I knew I would find a tomb. I did. I did not know that I would meet 3 people who have met Madaris himself, and I feel like this could be a big step in figuring out where some of the gods have disappeared to.
Mm.
At this point, Howard kind of steps forward and says, Dr. Rhett, and she says, yes. He says, I was really, I was an idiot, and I'm sorry. I reacted, and I regretted it, and I tried to fix it, and I just hope you can forgive me. And instead of responding, she steps forward and just wraps him in a hug and says, I'm just glad we're all right.
That seems a little inappropriate. Between a superior and a subordinate, and I'm a little uncomfortable. And you can stop this hug right about now. No, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
She kind of looks at you and she says, "Okay, it's been a really long day. Let's head up. Let's head up." And she kind of pats him on the back, and
I'm also going to kind of like wince at that.
okay. And she doesn't really know what's going on, but she does lead the way back out through the room with the 3 statues and into the room where the giant plate is on the floor. And as you all stand on the plate, it rises back up into the main room. And
I'll take my rope.
yeah, as the oversized dinner plate rises, you are constantly thinking about this rope, and you're just like, rolling it up, gathering it up as you go. Yeah, and then when you get to the top, you get to the knot and you untie it and take it back, put it back in your pack.
Yes.
You head up the stairs and back to the camp, which looks very unchanged except that the sun is setting now.
And if you happen to find some maps or articles of clothing missing, it's probably because there was a huge haboob that blew through here and things went crazy.
Yeah,
When he
because
smiles and holds her thumb up.
the last time you were out here, actually, there was a lot of wind and a lot of dust and everything, and that's all settled now, and the air is calm. And as the sun sets beyond the horizon, you see the dunes casting blue shadows, contrasting and yet complementing the orange clouds in the sky, and the sand kind of glistens in the setting sun, which is beginning to disappear from sight. Riley says, we can get you set up in a tent for tonight, and I'll go ahead and call my TA, and we can set out in the morning, and we have a lot to discuss. So how about you take the tent on the left, and she kind of directs you to the tent that she wants you to stay in, and she makes sure that you all have a few blankets, warning you all that the nights get kind of cold out here in the Durham Desert. But then she and Mary end up going to stay in one of the other tents and leave Keb and Howard to their tent.
Good.
Yeah, good for him. And you kind of settle in for the night. And as soon as you're lying down, sleep hits you really hard. Considering everything that happens, you sleep amazingly. But, jumping out of an airship, almost dying in a tomb, and fighting a kraken like almost twice is a pretty exhausting experience. So no one can really blame you.
I sleep with the hat on.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to have really vivid dreams.
Okay.
And so I feel like I might be changing forms throughout the night.
Okay. I don't think anyone's awake to actually see that.
Nah.
That's
I just want to throw it out
that's
there.
Cool. You wake up in the morning feeling refreshed and yes, at full health.
Yeah.
Woo. I don't think I had lost any.
Same.
I
Okay.
did.
Well, at full health and with no spell
slots.
with your spell
Oh,
slots
yeah.
back, stuff like that. All the things that come with a full night's sleep. And Wynni, next to your pillow, you find a note, and sitting on top of it are 3 rings, each with a different colored stone set in them. The note reads, Wynni, I suppose unconventional is what I'll have to come to expect from the 3 of you, but I'm very, very proud of what you've done today. I trust you'll investigate my request, and I appreciate your dedication already, and this is only the beginning. These rings are a last bit of help from me and my siblings as you move forward. Sincerely, Mid. P.S. I'll be around. And next to the postscript, you see a small smiley face with a wide toothy grin and what looks to be a hand giving you a thumbs up. And with that, we wrap A Temple of Rooms.